Hello, everybody. It is my division standings prediction. This one is for the NFC, so I'm going to take you through each division and I'm going to go over why I have them ranked where they are. And I hope you guys enjoy it and let me know your predictions in the comments below. But that's for later now. You get to listen to mine. So let's start off with the NFC East. Coming in fourth place, I got the New York Giants as they go 4-13. They are still looking for some stability at quarterback. I think that they can win an additional two games. I just had them at 4-3 just because there's no true answer. I mean, Russell Wilson is probably going to start the year. Jameis Winston is the number 3 guy. Jackson Dart is also going to see some playing time, I'm sure, being a rookie. Malik Neighbors, he showed some real promise last year. With the supporting cast, the receiver is just underwhelming. They allowed 48 sacks, and that's just been a constant theme for them. The Giants have had some, difficult offensive line play to say the least, and they didn't really address it. I mean, Andrew Thomas staying healthy is a big if, and the defensive front, I mean, it does have some good spots there as well. I mean, Brian Burns, he posted 8.5 sacks, and the team obviously drafted Abdul Carter third overall to bolster that pass rush. But the secondary and coverage communication is just a little leaky for me. And in short, New York just has a lot of talent, but they just don't. I just don't think they'll put it, together here. So I just think they're another long-term project right now. Not a good season for the New York Giants. At 4-13, fourth place in the NFC East. Third place, I got the Dallas Cowboys. So Dallas comes into here with a new head coach in Brian Schottenheimer. Replaces Mike McCarthy, who's not very good. Dak Prescott is still the central figure for that team. He showed that he could be good, but not consistently elite. I mean, he was elite. He's been elite in maybe 2 or 3 seasons, but he just hasn't been an elite quarterback overall. He's a good quarterback in my opinion, but especially under pressure, I don't know if he can get it done. But the receiving corp did add George Pickens as a volatile but talented complement to C.D. Lamb, of course, and Jalen Tolbert also. He's coming off a career year. Javonte Williams also, he replaces the departed Rico Dowdle at running back. So a downgrade on paper, but overall we'll see how that goes. Zach Martin also retires, so that offensive line is going to have some issues. Tyler Brooker steps in. So Micah Parsons is having some contract issues, but the run defense was just atrocious last year, so we'll see. They also lost DeMarcus Lawrence. Trayvon Diggs is going to come back from injury as well. I mean, Dallas can still flash a little bit, but based on their depth and discipline, I don't know if they can make the playoffs this year. So I have them in third place at 9-8. Second place, I have the Washington Commanders. They got a good young team. Again, similar to the Denver Broncos, I think one thing that's kind of holding them back is the sophomore slump of Jaden Daniels, but I think he's got some good weapons to work with as well. I mean, Tarek McLaurin, we'll see about his contract stuff, but Jahan Dotson, and now they acquired Deebo Samuel from the 49ers. I mean, the run game is also very good. Austin Eckler, Brian Robinson Jr. Offensive line needs they get a boost from Laramie Tunsil. Their offensive line just wasn't very good last year, so we'll see if that can be a changing thing for them. They also lost sack leader Dante Fowler, but we'll see if they can. Their secondary needs to clean up, and they still need some consistent showing from Jaden Daniels, and we'll see if he can do that coming off an amazing rookie year. We'll see if he can keep it going into his sophomore year. First place, I got the Philadelphia Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions. Their second Super Bowl win in 8 years. They powered, a good roster overall. Saquon Barkley, fresh off a 2,000-yard season. Offensive Player of the Year honors. NFL is one of the most dominant offensive lines. Jalen Hurts, he continues to be a dual threat weapon. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. I mean, they're going to be a really good passing attack team. They also added C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but they also drafted Andrew Mukuba to shore up that back end a little bit more. And Zach Bond is also re-signed. J.I.R. Campbell also adds a little bit of speed to that defense. But so even with their few downgrades as well, they did lose, of course, Josh Sweat and Milton Williams, and also, I apologize, they don't have C.J. Gardner-Johnson. They lost him as well. But they did lose some depth, but I still think that this depth, the roster depth overall is still very good, and the championship culture that they exude, I think it's going to be good for them, and I think they're going to take first place as NFC East champions. Now moving on to the NFC West. Fourth place, I got the Seattle Seahawks. 5-12, they overhauled their entire coaching staff. They brought in Clint Kubiak as head coach. They also made a change with Sam Darnold replacing Geno Smith, so maybe a little bit better. I don't know. But they also lost Tyler Lockett, of course, as well as George Fant, Draymond Jones from the trenches. They also added Elijah Arroyo to pair with, um, Jackson Smith and Jigma as well. Cooper Kupp is also there as well, but the offensive line still remains an issue. They also lost DK Metcalf, of course, to Pittsburgh. They allowed 54 sacks last year. The defense is still good. I mean, Devon Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen, Julian Love, Leonard Williams, especially. They're so much turnover in a tough division. I still think that this team is just going to establish themselves a little bit more. So I'm going to say that they're looking to reestablish it. I don't want to say they're going to reestablish it. They're looking to. So that's why I just think this year is a little bit of a down year for them. Third place, I got the Arizona Cardinals. This is a tough one for me. I mean, Kyler Murray is going to go in his 7th year. Plenty of weapons, but lingering questions about whether he can lead a deep playoff run. Marvin Harrison Jr. is coming off a good rookie season, of course. Terry McBride is one of the league's most productive tight ends. James Conner is still a reliable back. The offensive line is also steady. I mean, Murray's been given a lot of time, but the Cardinals, they did add Josh Sweat from the Eagles, so we'll see how that goes for them. He was really good with in their Super Bowl performance, of course. Butler Baker and Jalen Thompson also they anchored the secondary. But pass rush consistency has just been elusive, and I just think this is a roster that they're going to contend, but I don't know if they're going to do as much as they probably expect. But I have them in third place. Solid season for them. Second place, I got the San Francisco 49ers. They're trying to rebound from a 6-11 hangover season. Brock Purdy returns, but it's hard, man. It's hard to recover from a loss like that, especially the way they lost in that Super Bowl. And they've lost in the Super Bowl before, but just that way, I mean, that's hard. But they lost Deebo Samuel. They lost Brandon Ayuk. They replaced them with Demarcus Robinson and relying more on Ricky Parcell and Juwan Jennings. Christian McCaffrey is healthy, but the run game depth takes a hit. Jordan Mason's traded. Rookie Isaac Gordonero. Sorry, I can't pronounce that guy's name. But the defense also lost a lot of starters. I mean, Javon Hargrave, Leonard Floyd, Malik Collins, Talona Hufunga, and Charvarius Ward. I mean, they brought in some rookies like Mike Williams, Alfred Collins to retool, but Fred Warner is, of course, still the leader of that defense, but we'll see if Robert Saleh, he returns as defensive coordinator, so they're hoping to, restore a little bit of that edge, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I think they have a solid season, second place, but not enough to take this division. And in first place, I got the Los Angeles Rams. They doubled down on their offensive firepower. They swapped out an injury-prone Cooper Kupp for Devontae Adams. They paired him with a great young star in Puka Nacua. Matthew Stafford remains the starter. Health is going to be closely monitored, of course. Tyler Higbee at depth for tight end. Terrence Ferguson, Kyron Williams is also going to anchor that backfield. So this is a really, really good Rams team. I mean, I think that one thing that's stopping them from, their biggest problem this year is the Eagles. I seriously think that this team is really good, but their biggest problem is the Eagles. That's it. I mean, they have all the tools in the world to compete, for this top, this NFC, I would say. But I mean, they got a lot of NFC's tough. I mean, people say the AFC is tough. I think the NFC is also pretty tough. They got some good teams, but I think that the run defense is going to be their main weakness. But their efficiency spoke offense, that could carry them into the playoffs and then some. So we'll see how that goes. But I think that keeps them atop the AFC or the NFC West. So yeah, I'm gonna go 11-6 for them. NFC North, best division in football in my opinion. Fourth place, I got the Chicago Bears. They hand their offense to Caleb Williams, so it's all about him now. New head coach in Ben Johnson. Johnson's offensive mind should help Williams adjust, but rookie Luther Burden, second round receiver, obviously Rome Odunze. He joins DJ Moore, of course. I mean, he also, the offensive line is also, he gave up a lot of sacks last year as well. Jonah Jackson, Joe Thuney, Drew Dalman. They all got added, so hopefully that helps with them. Williams' tendency to hold the ball could create some issues because he had that problem in his rookie season as well. Montez Sweat, he's still on that defense. He continues to play pretty well. The secondary also has some playmakers in Jawan Brisker and newcomer Kevin Byard, but defense, discipline lapses, they're going to have to be adjusted. Especially, everybody saw the way that they lost their freaking game against Washington. Those type of discipline things can happen. But I have them in fourth place. Not a bad record, but they just play in a tough division. Third place, I got the Minnesota Vikings. A 14 season, win season last year. Minnesota transitions from Sam Darnold to 2024 first rounder J.J. McCarthy. Obviously a standout at Michigan, won the national championship. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. I mean, obviously Addison's on a 3-game suspension, but he's gonna have a lot of great weapons to throw to. T.J. Hawkinson is returning from injury. Aaron Jones is gonna cover the run game, so the offensive line is gonna need a lot of work. I mean, they also gave up 49 sacks. Defense is also strong. They boasted Daniel Hunter, Jonathan Allen. So I think especially the thing is like Minnesota's got a good defensive coordinator in Brian Flores, of course, but it's just about just putting it together. I mean, they did lose Stephon Gilmore as well in free agency, and I don't think that they're going to be as good as they were last year. I mean, obviously with the record, but they also lost Cameron Bynum as well. So the Vikings can win games with their defense and efficient offense, but we'll just see how J.J. McCarthy's development goes coming off injury and everything. But I have him at 9-8. Second place, I have the Green Bay Packers. So Jordan Love, he enters 2025 with a lot more confidence after a good playoff run last year. Packers' offensive line remains a fortress. They allowed the fewest sacks in the league. Josh Jacobs, he adds some power to that run game. Love's top targets are obviously Romeo Dubes, Christian Watson, Jalen Reed. Romeo Dubes, not Dubes, I apologize. But they're complemented by rookies, Savion Williams and Matthew Golden as well. So again, I think I'm not gonna say that this is a perennial Super Bowl team yet, but I still think this team can be really, really good and compete for this top spot. I'm not going to rule them winning it out, potentially. I mean, I think they have the tools to push Detroit for the NFC North crown for sure, but I have them falling just short. First place, I have the Detroit Lions. So their high-powered offense returns. I mean, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta, David Montgomery also provides a red zone punch. Tate Ratledge joins a line that remains one of the best, of course. The defense gets Aiden Hutchinson back healthy, focuses on, improving that run defense, and with him back, of course, it can be improved. But the chemistry that Dan Campbell has with his guys, I mean, I think that's going to keep him at the top. I really do, and I like the Packers a lot this year, but I don't like them enough for overtaking the Lions, who had a disappointing loss last year to the Commanders in the NFC divisional round, but I still think that they have the tools to win this division for the third straight year. So I'm going Lions to win the NFC North, aka the best division in the NFL. NFC South, fourth place, easily, I got the New Orleans Saints. So, of course, the Saints, they face a potential bottom-out season. I mean, Derek Carr retired. QB down, I mean, it's going to come down to what? Spencer Rattler and Tyler Show. So, neither is a proven NFL starter. Of course, it's just about development. Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed missed also big chunks of last year. I just think that, and especially, Alvin Kamara, he's very, very underutilized, I would say, for that team. I'm not going to say that they don't, bring the most out of him. Of course they do. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't hear about him. But, it's tough because they lost also Paulson Adebo. They lost safety Will Harris, and they replaced him with Justin Reed. The front seven, unfortunately, and Justin Reed is a proven guy as well. Obviously with the Kansas City Chiefs. So the front seven is aging. So I kind of like that they signed Chase Young. I mean, they need him. Don't get me wrong, they need him. But again, I just don't know how much it's going to do. At the end of the day, the roster just has too many holes. I just don't think they're going to be able to compete this year. And that's okay. I mean, they're coming off. It's really tough. I mean, you can look at the Patriots, you can look at the Steelers, you can look at a lot of teams. I mean, it's tough to rebound your franchise from a potential just like franchise quarterback that, was winning so many games for you. It's tough to transition from that. There's a lot of things to think about. So, unfortunately for the Saints, though, I have them at 3-14. Third place, Carolina Panthers. So, Bryce Young, he showed some good improvement as a rookie. They added some additions of, Toria McMillian alongside Adam Thielen, who's good. The run game also features Chuba Hubbard and former Cowboy Rico Dowdle. The defense was pretty much dead last in every category. They also added Bobby Brown, Tershawn Wharton, Patrick Jones, and also Nick Scorton. But they don't have that pass rush guy. Carolina is still in transition, I would say. So I think they're still trying to look for their identity. So I'm not going to say that they're uh, completely out of it, but they have a decent season, especially with Bryce Young's growing pains. But they don't. I mean, I'm gonna just spoiler alert. I don't have them making the playoffs. Second place, I got the Atlanta Falcons. So they handed the keys to Michael Penix Jr. Kirk Cousins has, I guess, veteran insurance. The offense has a lot of weapons though to work with, which is good for them. But again, like I just don't know. I mean, they have a lot of weapons. Like again, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod, B. John Robinson, of course, behind a good offensive line. But the defense at the end of the day is the main concern for me. They allowed the highest completion rate in the league last year. They only recorded 31 sacks. Rookies Jalen Walker, James Pierce are brought in to kind of help boost that pass rush. And, obviously Matthew Judon is gone. So Leonard Floyd, he replaces him as well. So, again, for them, I just think a successful season I would say, I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's tough. I mean, like, just have a winning record. I mean, that would be my expectation as a Falcon fan. Playoffs are still in reach. Don't get me wrong, but right now, I think their main goal is show some growth among Michael Penix Jr. That'd be the main goal. First place though, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Baker Mayfield, strong MVP candidate in my opinion this year. He comes off a good year with 41 touchdowns, keeps his collection of weapons, and also added former Buckeye and now rookie Emeka Ibuka, alongside Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Jalen McMillan. Um, to be honest, man, it's just if they can just I'm not gonna say they run it back, but if they can just stay healthy and Bucky Irvin also on the run game stays healthy, their defense is also, I mean, Vita Vea, Kalia Chansey, Hassan Reddick. I mean, they're a stacked team. The NFC South is not the best division in the football. I would argue it's probably the weakest as well. Tampa's got the most balanced roster, so I would say that they take it, and I do have them taking it. And, as long as they stay healthy, I don't see why it's out of reach. So I have them in first place, and Baker has another good year. And so those are my division predictions. My AFC, scratch that, NFC, playoff seeding. So obviously, first, got the division winners, got the Eagles, Lions, Rams, and Bucks. Then wildcard teams, I got the Packers, Commanders, and 49ers return by a smidge. Just missing it. Sorry to any Vikings fan, Cardinals fan, Cowboys fans out there. I just have them missing the playoffs. But again, it's tough. It's a kind of tough conference. I mean, people say the AFC or the AFC is tough, but the NFC is tough too. So don't get me wrong. These are all some good teams, but these are my playoff seedings. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Happy to talk about it, and you guys have a good one, man. Let's enjoy some football.